played so far. They don't really have a signature win yet. They've got wins over High Point and St. Joe's, to beat Princeton, who was ranked, to beat Loyola, but they lost to a good Penn team in the Ivy League, and so this is an important game for the Blue Devils also.
Jake Naso with the X, with Jared Chenoy today, a couple of high-quality face-off specialists, and that may go a long way to determining play today as well, as we are underway with Jake Kapp scooping this one up off to Joe Gooley, and Richmond goes to work now.
The face-off piece definitely, we almost always say that from game to game, that's important. In Naso, Duke probably has. We've seen evidence of a lot of nervous energy out there in this first quarter. I don't think either team shot particularly well early in here. My former longtime assistant, Mark Van Arsdale, used to always say, as a former attackman, he used to always say there's no such thing as a good goalie save. There's only bad shooting. And more good shots. And we need to, Richmond needs to cash in on more of those.
Well, the face-offs right now are 2-0 in Richmond's favor, and looks like Chenoy digs out another one. Spiders eventually keep possession. There is a flag down. That's going to go against Naso, I think.
For a push, yeah. Arsdale, I was talking about, referencing earlier, his mantra was overhand to the side pipes for shooters, young shooters.
Now the face-off again between Jaso and Chenoy. And Duke will dig this one out. And it comes back to Jaso, who will take off with it.
Careful about that right there, because they got numbers now.
Near side, Zawada's got room, and he'll find a quick answer. Got around Vigu in that unsettled situation, and for Zawada, 18th goal of the season now. And a 2-1 Duke advantage.
Loose ball off a face-off. You got to be able to defensively. You got to be able to recognize when you've lost that battle and be able to get back in quickly, concede, and get back in on defense. You don't want Duke, especially a team like Duke, to be able to get in behind you in that kind of unsettled situation. They're just too good. They're going to take advantage of that.
And once that ball reached that in-close setting to Zawada, there wasn't a whole lot that Vigu was going to be able to do about it.
No, that's all advantage to the shooter there.
So back to the lead for the Devils at 2-1. A couple of quick goals here. Duke went to a new face-off man.
Impressive face-off for Chenoy there.
Yeah, Chenoy has been tested many times, not only this year, but throughout his career. He has faced some of the best face-off men in the country and some of the opponents that Richmond has played. Girard took that face-off for Duke.
Able to find some pockets on the inside with his soft hands and get to the front, put it away.
It's the 21st goal of the season for Graham. We're tied at 2. There's still 7:47 to go in the half. Naso trying to scoop this up for Duke and works it back to his freshman keeper, Jamison.
In a perfect world, we've mentioned how well Jamison is playing and how he's gotten off to such a good start. And I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to take away those guys as shooters in the unsettled, and it gives Zawada a little more space. And he's been able to step up and, like I said, take advantage of that.
Jake Naso pulls out the face-off. With Chenoy in pursuit, Naso shoots one wide. So with 4:03 left, a 3-2 Duke advantage. And Ryan Dunn.
That's at times, and they hung out the short there, and Balsamo was able to take advantage.
And a violation gives Duke possession here. So Balsamo with this tally is his 6th goal of the season. Gives Duke a 2-goal advantage now with 1:46 left and counting here in the half. Long in the cage, and especially today, along with Tom Starsha and the rest of our ESPN Plus crew, Robert Fishers, we start the third. Naso against Chenoy at the X. And that's even at 4 apiece today, and the Spiders will come out with it as Joe Gooley takes it to the offensive end.
Chenoy's done very well facing off, and I would say
with
hop in automatically, get ready to support. A player like O'Neill could be a red almost against your best defenseman, but in that instance where he winds up on Nugent on the perimeter, Richmond's got to get ready to come and support that a little quicker.
So Duke circling around with Williams, getting the second midfield on, Balsamo. Open look on the far side, and that's a tough angle shot, but it's a goal. And I believe that's still Naso out there who picks up the tally. And it is.
That's a great shot. They drop in off Naso, kind of assuming that he's not going to be a threat to score that goal, and he sticks it.
So now Duke's raced ahead to a 6-2 advantage. And Naso got it in that top corner. Duke played Providence last time out. They won 21-6. Naso won 13 of the 16 faceoffs.
He wasn't out there for that one right there, but I would also say that Chenoy has done a really nice job on the draws. Overhand to the side pipe. You can shoot it high or low. That's a great stroke.
Well, O'Neal is closing in on 300 career points. I don't know if he's going to pick up a few more today at this rate. He's got 4 points already today.
Wins a Tuarton Award last year as a junior. He's just a very special player. You don't see a player, you think of Peyton Cormier at Virginia. Those guys are money from that spot on the field.
And Duke's picking up a lot of face-off wins here now. As we talked about earlier, okay, those numbers are even, Dom, but now Duke's on a run where they're scoring. And
they're already alert, and they're sharp, and they can finish those opportunities.
Zawada with the assist from Papendik's goal. Jack Pilling trying to hold on to this one, get through the midfield, and works his way to the offensive set.
One of the best goalies in our game, and during the 4 years that he was at UMass, he was the New England Player of the Year all 4 years, and the goal looked, like a little dormouse hole, and we just couldn't throw it in the goal. And then the next year after he graduated, we scored 25 in the game against UMass.
Along with Tom Starsha and the rest of our crew, Robert Fish here for quarter number 4 now.
Is generated in the shots that they've made in those instances.
Along with Tom Starsha and the rest of our crew, Robert Fish here for quarter number 4 now. The Blue Devils and the Spiders squaring off here.
I should mention also, we
took a timeout there. I guess not. Looked like a lot of.
Good thing I didn't leave the room.
I thought we had a timeout there, but I guess not. All right, here's Chenoy trying to come out with this.
What are the when you have a moment? What are the statistics facing off wise?
It is left in the 4th.
And he draws a lot of contact. Brennan does, and so with 11-3 lead and a little under 4 minutes to play, they take him out of the game. Protect him a little bit. It's a young man who's played a lot of lacrosse over the last 12 months. Between all his play with the Team USA this past summer, and that's probably a smart move.
So McAdory creative with the behind-the-back shot, behind the head, if you will, and had to get that shot off quickly.